you can remember. And that is when medical went to have his own problem. They were looking for medical and they didn't get him until the day he went to do free Shetawale. And all of a sudden, he was arrested or was charged, or they were looking for him. They didn't get him until free Shetawale came in. We are not in America though, and we are in Ghana. But because of internet, I believe that if we show any form of solidarity for Ajia4real, it might have some level of an impact on her sentence by the jury. She's a woman. An offense has been leveled against her. I believe that maybe it could be true or maybe it's not. Because it's not all the time that when you're proven guilty, that truly speaking, the charges are really against you. I'm saying this in connection with the fact that, like I said earlier on, most of us who find ourselves in the public space, it's really not too difficult to, as it were, get our pictures out there. It's very simple for somebody to get a picture of yours to make you what they want you to be. So from that angle, I believe that Ajia4real, that's the name we've all come to believe in, maybe Preple could be innocent in a way that somebody might have used the image to do shakara, and the money maybe didn't even come to Hajia4real. So friends and loved ones, followers of mine, let's take it upon ourselves to say a word of prayer clearly for Ajia4real, so that if there's anything they can do, they will temper mercy with justice, or justice with mercy, so that Ajia can get obeying. And as we are rubbing others into it, as if once you are a friend to Ajia4real, you are part of the scam. Romance scam. I've been in a cafe before earlier on, and I said, people use people's image. Purpose image can be used. My image can be used to deceive people. And as for collecting things from people, that one too is there. I pray that some angel will appear among the judicial people so that they can help put things in perspective in the line of Ajia4real, so that we can let it be. So once we are live, I welcome all of you to this live transmission. A solid hour or less, myself and Pleple, we are here. Please go ahead and do 1 hour for me. Thank you. So, Pleple,
yes,
you as a woman, you don't do most of the questioning. You do most of the questioning and not the answers. Your personal reaction to the feeling of some reactions on the saga of Ajia4real. What's your quick take before we go on our topic, the do's and don'ts of a wife in marriage? Replace a wife, and the do's and don'ts. I started a topic yesterday on what makes husbands angry, and go to YouTube and watch it. You need to watch that. I mean, you need to know what makes your husband angry, and we are treating actually what is the do's and don'ts of a wife. And Pleple is here, is married, and I'm happy I'm getting her today, so that if possible next week I get Lebene to tell us. So there, if I had 4 microphones, I could have brought West Lebene. I have another microphone. I should bring Lebene as a wife to come and tell us something. Call me Lebene. Where's her phone? Call me Lebene to come here and come and join the conversation and tell us what it means to be a wife. But your quick take on these Ajia4real issue, my dear. So speak out. People say they can't hear you when you're speaking.
Okay. First off, I think that the whole idea of Ajia4real and all of that, people judging and people saying all kinds of unruly things is not the best. I mean, even if she didn't have a good life, or she's still probably not having that kind of life that is maybe people's originally correct life, it's a choice that she's decided to make. She has decided to be in the public space. Maybe this career of music or something chose her. And so these are the perks of the job. It could happen to anybody. And like you said, people can use her image and all of that. But when you listen to certain comments, you realize that it comes off as though it's a side business that most of these ladies are into. That's what feeds their wardrobe, their
but honestly, it's an opportunity when you get it. You do. Yeah, when you get, you do. Because you see, the life of a celebrity, the life of a public figure, especially in our circles of music, movie, entertainment industry, in the whole world, nobody uses their direct money for this act.
That's very true.
So there are sponsorship and there are opportunities that usually comes your way. I mean, I meet boys coming to eat fufu, and the perfumes, a smell of a cologne that I bought for $1,000. Okay. I feel it on them. And the way they are standing, I said, these guys cannot afford $1,000 perfume. But there's a way they've gotten it. It could be one of the scam. It could be they lie to someone the person bought for them.
Same thing.
I mean, I see young boys handling phones that are worth close to 25,000 Ghana cedis. And I say, how did you buy this? So we all know what is going on. And if we have not been caught yet, I mean, all the musicians we know, majority of them come and say somewhere, Charlie, that when yes, it's there. When someone they respond, they speak loose. But the fact that's happening to Ajia4real doesn't mean we should put our hands in the air and celebrate. It's a caution to those of us who are doing it. And also, not to say that, no, don't go there. Don't go there, because Ajia4real's activity, one way or the other, might have added some value to you. If she was not a musician, she could have not been invited to Ghana Music Award UK. To represent Ghana. And I mean, so a Ghanaian is in trouble. Can we put our sentiments and emotions aside and see how can we go on a round table, form a quorum in this country, and let's see what we can do for her, even if she's guilty. Even if she's guilty. Her lifestyle, she was driving a car down. Yes, when she sat in the car, it moved.
Yeah.
So what's your problem? If you could have gotten it, you could have done the same. The space she finds herself, we need to celebrate her. And I'm not condoning to the alleged criminality. I'm not condoning to the alleged scam. But I'm saying that she might be a victim. My image have been used before. My name has been used before. Somebody has used my material to cause trouble for me before. So Ajia4real is not a demon. And for that matter, those who are associated with Ajia4real are not demons as well. So let's not make people feel like she said this. No, she said hard work. You expected Ajia4real to come and say in the public space, learn to scam so you can become what? No. She was living within her means.
Some people are saying that when you know that, I mean, some people come up and like, oh my God, I started selling with, I started this live selling, probably, let's say, pure water, and now I'm here. We give all the glory to God.
Are they lying?
The hardware. Oh, bad counselor. That's not what they do.
No, some of this is not what they did. They were selling pure water. There are people who have opened shops in East Legon, in cantonment and places. There are 4 dresses in the shop, and the 4 dresses are there, but they are driving the most expensive car.
So does it mean that all that life is just a front?
You would think it's a front. If you think it's a front, do one. If you can use us as a front. If they say their life they are living is 50 Ghana cedis, they started selling pure water. If you don't believe it, it's your own palaver.
Oh, Well, so that's the criticism that's on.
So why are you criticizing us for? Why don't we comment on the strength and the struggle of people? Today that prayer is here, Lebanese here, they are struggling to get up at dawn and come and say what they are going to say. They come and sit and interview strongly man like me, a man whose thinking is not correct, and they are facing me every Thursday. Their heart is beating. What will happen to them? This one is coming again and it's going to cause trouble for us. All the even they are here. If all of a sudden they get a car breakthrough and it is not by their work, how can they? How? I mean, these small girls, the work you are doing, can it really bring something that is okay with us? Okay. So what? No, I think that you people are speaking too much loose, and we should find a way of dealing with these loose talk issues. Ajia4real might be guilty, but we can do something to support. I mean, let's salvage the situation. Let big men come in. Don't only come in because Hajia4real have been directly impacted in the life you're living. Let's give her support because she's a Ghanaian. And for the rest of us who are doing the same thing, I'm cautioning us that we too, maybe they are watching over us. So let's be careful before we become victim to these people. I am happy you are changing your mind. Say a word of prayer. All the prophets, say a prayer. All the pastors, let's say a prayer for Ajia4real. And let's form a powerful group to, as it were, fight for Ajia4real. So it's okay. And yes, boys, go ahead. Chatawali, don't fight anybody. Don't talk. Let's find a way to secure Ajia4real. My dear, so our topic in the next 20-25 minutes is all about